Hi friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the topic system calls in operating system. Introduction. A system call is a programmatic way in which a computer program requests a service from the operating system. Why system calls are needed? System calls provide an interface between user application and the operating system kernel. So system calls are needed. Here, system call mechanism. System calls allows programs to access hardware and perform privileged operations. Now, the types of system calls. There are some of types of system calls and they are process control, file management, device management, information maintenance, communication. These are the some of the types of system calls in operating system. Process control system call. For example, fork off, exit off, wait off, execution off. This is the examples of process control system calls. And next, file management system calls. File management system call examples are open off, read off, write off, close off. This is the example of file management system calls. Next, device management system calls. It is nothing but the examples of device management system calls are IOCTL of read off, write off. This is the example of the device management system calls. And then information maintenance. Example, get rid of, alarm off, sleep off. This is the examples of information maintenance system calls. And next, communication system calls. Examples of communication system calls: pipe off, socket off, send off, receive off. This is the example of communication system calls in operating system. And now, system call versus library call. System calls interact with the OS kernel, while library calls use APIs for efficiency. This is system call versus a library call. How system calls work? The steps are: step 1, user program makes a request, and then OS verifies the request. In the third step, kernel execute the request, and the last step, control returns to the user program. This how the system call works in operating system. System call interface defines a set of functions through which application can request OS service. The system call interface is the way that program communicate with the operating system. It allows program to request services from the OS without directly accessing system resources. How does it work? When a program makes a system call, the execution context switches from user mode to kernel mode, and then the OS can then access hardware and perform the requested operation. After the operation is complete, the control return to the user block. This how does it work, and why it is important? It isolates hardware resources from user space processors. It prevents direct access to the kernel or hardware memory. It allows application code to run across different hardware architecture. And then system call implementation. Implemented using software interrupts and CPU mode transition. And now system call in Windows. Windows system call use the Win32 API. An example, create file of, read file of. System call in Windows. Within the context of an operating system, it's a programmatic method used by application to request services from the Windows kernel, allowing them to access system resources like files, hardware, or network function in a controlled and secure manner by switching from user mode to kernel mode to execute the requested operation, essentially acting as a bridge between a running program and the operating system itself. And the functions. System call provide a way for application to request services like reading, getting files, creating processes, managing memory, accessing network devices, etc. without directly manipulating hardware. Example system calls in Windows: create file, creates a new file, reads data from file, writes data to a file, create process, creates a new process, exit process, terminate a process. And this about the system call in Windows. And now system calls in Linux. Linux provides system calls like fork off, execution off, and open off. System calls in Linux under process control of fork off, exit off, and execution off. And the fork off system call is used for creating a new processes. Exit off. The exit off method is used by a program or processes to terminate its execution. And execution off. The method is used to execute the user program. And this is about the system call in Linux. And now the advantages of system call. Some of the advantages of system call in operating system, and they are: first, secure access to operating system resources, and the next, second, hardware abstraction, and the next, that efficient system control. These are the some of the advantages of system calls in operating system. Next, disadvantages of system call. And here are some disadvantages of system calls in operating system, and they are: first, performance overhead, and the next, second, complex implementation, and next, third, debugging difficulty. These are the some of the disadvantages of system calls in operating system. Now, and the real world application used in file handling, network communication, process management, and device control. This is the real world application of system calls. In conclusion, a system call in an operating system acts as a crucial bridge between user level application and the kernel, allowing program to request privileged services and access system resources securely and efficiently, essentially providing a controlled interface for application to interact with the operating system without directly accessing hardware, thus ensuring system stability and security while abstracting complexities of hardware interactions. Understanding system call is vital for developers to create robust and functional software. Thank you.